Hello friends, I am Saurabh Singh from Technical Solution. My today topic is root locus. So first we discuss what is root locus. So root locus is a technique that deal with the location of roots of the characteristics equation as a function of any system parameters. In root locus we focusing on the open loop gain. So when the open loop gain is vary from 0 to infinite, then it is called root locus diagram. On the other hand, if we vary it from the minus infinite to 0, then we say that it is the complementary root locus diagram. Guys, in root locus diagram there are 12 fundamentals rules which we keep in mind. So we can solve any of the problem when we keep in mind these 12 fundamentals rules. Now we focus on these 12 fundamentals rule. Now the first fundamental topic of the root locus diagram is always symmetric about the real axis. We always keep in mind the root locus diagram is always symmetric about the real axis. Okay, now the second point is the number of branches of the root locus diagram is always equal to the number of zeros, open loop zeros, or number of open loop poles. Which one is greater? Third point is the branches of the root locus diagram is always depart from the open loop poles where the value of the open loop gain is equal to 0, and the branches is arrive at the open loop zeros are infinite value where the open loop gain value is infinite. We can say that the k is equal to infinite. Now the fourth and most important point is root locus exists at point on real axis to the right of which the total number of poles and zeros is odd. So we can easily analyze these topic from the diagram. Okay, the point 4 of the root locus diagram we can understand from the example. Here we see that the transfer function GHS is given as the k s plus 2 upon s plus 1. Here we see that the number of poles is 2 and the number of zeros is 1. If we draw the root locus diagram of the example, what is it? It's an imaginary axis. And it is the real axis. The number of poles is 2. The s, if we equal the s plus 1 is equal to 0, then we get s is equal to 0 and s is equal to minus 1 poles. So we put the s is equal to 0 as a poles and s is equal to minus 1 in 2 poles, which located as a s is equal to 0 and minus 1 position on the real axis. And if we find the 0, s is equal to minus 2. At the position of the minus 2 we got the 1 zeros. Here we draw the zeros, which is minus 2. So our main point is where the root locus diagram is exist. So from the point 4, if we put our hand on this position, then the right side of there is no zeros and poles are present. So we can say that here is root locus does not present. Root locus diagram does not present. But in case if we put our hand on the minus 1 location, then we see that the one poles are present in the right side. So we can say that at this location we find the root locus diagram. Okay, and on the other hand, if we put our hand on this position -2, here two poles are present, which is an even number. So we does not draw the root locus diagram on this position. And if we put our hand on this position, then we see that the 1 2 3 poles and zeros, I mean 2 poles and 1 zero, overall odd number are present in right side. So we say that the here root locus diagram is present. Okay, so this is the mean of the fourth point of the root locus diagram. Fifth point of the root locus diagram is pole minus zeros number of root locus branches is going to infinite along with the asymptote. The angle of asymptote is defined as the phi a. Phi a is a symbol of the angle of asymptote. So phi a is equal to 2k plus 1 upon pole minus 0 into 180. The value of k is defined from 0 to pole minus 0 minus 1. Here we can say that the phi a is equal to 2k plus 1 upon pole minus 0 into 180. Okay, the sixth point of the root locus diagram is all the asymptotes meet at the common point on the real axis named as the centroid. The centroid, the symbol of the centroid is sigma a. So the sigma a is defined as the sum of the number of real part of poles minus sum of the real part of the zeros upon pole minus zeros is known as the centroid. Centroid is a point where all the asymptote meet together. Okay, understand? The seventh point of the root locus diagram is the point at which multiple roots are present is known as the breakaway point or break in point, or sometimes we can say that it is the saddle point, and it's obtained from the solution of the dk upon ds is equal to 0. Eighth point of the root locus diagram is quite important. The eighth point is divided into two parts. The first part one is say that the angle of departure of the root locus branch from a complex pole is defined as the phi d is symbol of the angle of departure is equal to the plus minus twice of k plus 1 into 180 degree plus phi, where phi is defined as the net angle at the complex pole to all other pole and zeros, and k is defined as the 0 1 2 and so on. And the second part of the point 8 is the angle of arrival of root locus branch at complex 0 is defined as the phi arrival. Phi arrival is a symbol of the angle of arrival of is equal to plus minus twice of k plus 1 into 180 minus phi. In angle of arrival the symbol is minus, and in angle of departure the symbol is plus phi, and here is minus phi. The student is very much confused between in these 2 points. So the here in angle of departure the plus sign is defined as the complex angle, and the negative sign is defined as the conjugate angles, same as in the angle of arrival. Here the phi is defined as the net angle contributed at the complex 0 to all others pole and 0. Ninth point of the root locus diagram is defined as the point at which the root locus is cut the j omega axis. At that point the open loop gain find out with the help of Routh-Hurwitz criteria. Okay, now next we found the value of the open loop gain at any position of the root locus. We have the formula open loop gain is equal to product of length of the phasor drawn from all the open loop poles to that point upon product of length of the phasor drawn from all the open loop 0 to that point. it means that when we draw a root locus diagram, when we suppose we find out the open loop gain to the point to a individual location. So that individual location we draw a phasor from poles to that point and zeros to that point. Then to find the open loop gain, we product the phasor drawn from all the poles to that point upon product all the phasor drawn from 0 to that point. Okay, from this formula we can find out the open loop gain at any position on the root locus. Now 11th point is to find out the angle of arrival and the angle of departure of the multiple poles and the multiples 0. We have the formula phi m is equal to twice of k plus 1 upon r, where r is known as the multiple number of multiple poles and 0, and here k is vary from 0 to r minus 1. The last point of the root locus diagram is any point can lie in anywhere in S-plane can lie on the root locus if it follow the two following condition. First one is the magnitude condition and second one is the phase condition. In magnitude conditions, when we put the value s is equal to s naught, then the value of the magnitude is equal to the 1. In phase condition, if we put the value s is equal to s naught, then phase is equal to the plus minus twice of k plus 1 into 180 or plus minus 180. So guys, these are the all 12 points. With the help of these 12 points, we are able to solve any kind of problem of the root locus. So if you like our video, then please press the like button. Thank you guys.